Ready.
Okay, welcome to the Board of Directors meeting for Long Point Region Conservation Authority, held Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. And we have a number of interesting items to go through here. As a reminder, this meeting is being recorded and will be posted to our YouTube channel at a later date. Are there any additional agenda items? Noted, Madam Clerk. So we have the next item here is the declaration of conflict of interest. Any declaration with respect to conflict? None noted, Madam Clerk. We'll now move to elections. I'd like to call upon Kim Earl here to assume the position of acting chair to conduct the election proceedings this evening. Welcome, Kim, and I'll pass the chair over to you. Would you like to use this microphone?
Well, thank you for having me this evening. And I'm going to just give a quick disclaimer about my eyeglasses. I can read without them, but I cannot see you with them. So if I look very odd, that is why. So this evening, I would like to declare the positions of chair and vice chair vacant. And I have a motion that the LPRCA Board of Directors appoints Allison Earls as scrutineer for the purpose of electing officers. And for that, can I have a move? Peter, and a seconder, please. Shelley. All in favor? And that is carried. Okay. It's information regarding the election of the officers of the Conservation Authority. So the election will be conducted in accordance with the Act as follows. The election shall be conducted in the following order. The election of chair, who shall be a member of the authority. The election of vice chair, who shall be a member of the authority. The acting chair shall ask for nominations for each position. Only current members of the authority who are present may vote. Nominations shall be called 3 times and will only require a mover. The closing nomination shall require both a mover and a seconder. Each member nominated shall be asked to accept the nomination, and the member must be present to accept the nomination unless the member has advised the secretary treasurer in writing or by email in advance of the election their willingness to accept the nomination. So with that, the floor is now open for nominations for the 2024 Long Point Region Conservation Authority chair. Mr. Bears.
Thank you, Acting Chair. I'd like to nominate Red County's Robert Chambers as chair.
Any other nominations? Second call for nominations? None. A third call for nominations? Seeing none, can I have a motion that the nominations for the LPRCA chair be closed? Right. And a seconder, please. Tom? All those in favor? That is carried. Thank you. And Robert, will you allow your name to stand for the position of chair?
Yes.
Okay, so therefore Robert Chambers is declared the Long Point Region Conservation Authority chair for 2020. And with that, we will move along to the election of the vice chair. So the floor is now open for nominations for the 2024 Long Point Region Conservation Authority vice chair position. Do I have any nominations? Robert.
I would
Any other nominations for the position of vice chair? Third call, any nominations for the position of vice chair? Seeing none, with that, I will call for a motion that nominations for vice chair be closed. Chris, and second. That I close the minutes. Okay, sorry. Doug, and all those in favor? And that is carried. And Mr. Bears, would you allow your name to stand for the position of
It would
vice
be
chair?
my pleasure. Thank you very much.
You. Okay, Dave Bears is declared the Long Point Regional Conservation Authority Vice Chair for the 2024 term. Now at this time, I would like to call upon Mr. Bears as Vice Chair to say a few words, please.
Certainly, I guess I can do it from here. I don't need to take the podium. Well, certainly, I thank everyone for this. I believe this is year 13 or somewhere in that neighborhood. I've held various positions as chair. I consider myself to be a proactive person that doesn't like the word no. I feel quite confident that in my position as vice chair, I certainly have the time to attend most meetings, even if they're called at the last moment. And I certainly believe in the cause of the Conservation Authority, what they're doing. I think staff can attest to that. And I certainly appreciate the faith that this group has in me to hold that position, and I thank you for that.
Thank you. And with that, I'm going to call upon the new chair, Robert Chambers, to say a few words as well.
I became my nominator. We've known friends for quite some time, and it's got to be great. Thank you to the board members for the confidence and allowing me to be chair. Apologize for my voice. Called for a home nuisance from field company born in January of all things. Most of you know my history. I've been around a long time. I was driving here this evening. I remember driving to the first Long Point meeting that I went to. It's a new appointee from that time it was Oxford County, which shared the appointment with North Township. And drove down the Radical Road, and it was a snowy, windy, and terrible day. And for those of you that don't believe climate is changing, that was 20 years ago. So it's today it's raining of all things. I have counsel for a long time, as I said. I'm not going to get into that, but just a few things probably that you don't know about me. I own the nose strings when I get excited. So don't excite me. Favorite color is blue. Great hockey fan, and as it's Doug, you've had some arguments about who's done it, the Blues or the Canadians. And I'm really happy to be elected chair. I've got several chairs. Michael was leading one, Josh Schulten, Buck Sloat, Craig Ashbot, all the way back. I think I've been on the board that's been chaired by all of the municipalities. So I'm glad to.
So with that, congratulations to Robert as chair and Dave Bears as vice chair. Let's give him a show of hands. And hopefully you'll have as good a relationship with staff and board members as John and I have had. It's been a pleasure observing, that's for sure. And you've got to come here from the rest of the meeting. Unless you want Dave to come. Judy, don't get him excited.
Take my plaque, or do I take the whole thing?
You want to give one of them? I'll give them right. Yeah. Let's see it.
So to help us out in the election process, we have had Kim back. Thanks, Kim, for coming and looking for us here in the election, and her daughter Allison. And appreciate you coming out year after year to perform these duties. So it is important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, take care.
That should do the same thing.
You can steal that chair if you want. Oh.
You know, like a school teacher on the first day of school here, pause and learn. Realize that the chair got changed from. Just bear with us for a minute here. I think this is all pre-ordained here. I don't think we need a chair. The day is moving right.
It's just. Thank you, good. We're trying.
Very exciting. Okay, let's continue with the agenda. And the next thing on the agenda is the appointments for the various committees. So, look at the agenda, several, and I think the way we usually do this is, what I'll do, I'll let Judy, take the names and perhaps introduce the chair to explain a little bit what it is, and then we can take volunteers or whatever.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. So, on page 1 of the agenda is the 2024 LPRCA committee appointments. So historically, we have just gone down the list. I think, everybody has, been here for 1 year. So the first one, is the land acquisition chair. And that was Dave Bears before. So, we'll be meeting somebody who would be interested in that. Well, it's, ad hoc based on whatever the need is. If we have a land donation or if there's a land issue, they call upon the chair to come in and meet with us. And in the past, we also have involved sometimes the chair and vice chair. Is there anyone interested in being the land acquisition chair? Just let me know.
I've held that position previously, didn't you, Kate? And it's not really onerous whatsoever. Maybe 1 or 2 meetings share that spot. If they're,
So are you saying you like
well,
that?
if someone else would like it, I ask them if they give consideration to it, but if not, I'll put my name in there.
So, Mike's expressed interest. Is there anybody else that is interested? No? Okay, Mike. I'm filling in your name for the motion. The next is the Lee Brown Marsh Management Committee. And the chair is also a member on that committee. So we are looking for one more. So Doug Breton, is there anybody else interested? Mike Columbus is interested too. So,
I have a suggestion, Judy,
Yes.
and that's, I realize that the rules chair is a member. It's one way from Brant County, still the Brown Marsh, and Mike and Doug would like to stay on. I can designate consider my chair. That is.
don't. So I'm just thinking here. Would that be enough? No.
Take an amendment to the resolution that the member and the chairs designate.
Right, so it would change it from 2 members to be on the Lee Brown Marsh Management Committee. We could do that. Our bylaw, I know, is silent on that.
I just,
So-
if 2 people want to,
Yes,
then that's fine.
makes sense. So let's do that. If there's any legal issues, I'll bring that back to the board at the next meeting, but we'll just change the motion then, Dana, when we Like Robert did out.
I was gonna say,
So that would be Mike and, is there anyone else interested? So the two people, Mike and, Columbus and. Breton?
you want something you would say, Chair, does.
So we'll have to pick one to be the member and the chair designate, so. So the next committee is the Bacchus Museum Committee. And we're looking for 3 members there. Before it was Robert and Tom. So, Tom, are you still interested?
Yes, I am.
And the chair, Robert, you would remain on that committee as the chair. So I still need 2 other members. No, it's not an automatic, but if you would like to be there.
I'd like,
Okay. And looking for 1 more.
Thank you through you, the chair. Just one quick question. Could you tell me when the meetings are? Are they during the day or at night?
They are in the morning historically.
usually
There is the option though, they have hybrid meeting sometimes, or because one member from the community, she does have residence in Nova Scotia. Time residents, so there is that option for the virtual meetings also like hybrid. So if that works for you, they usually go, they're not any probably longer than a couple hours. Oh, Tom?
yeah, and Judy, just maybe to mention for the board's information, the meeting is a quarter.
So one, okay.
Yeah, 4 times a year. So, Randy, you'd like
Through
to?
you, the chair, then I would put my name forward.
Okay. The next committee is the Audit and Finance Committee. Historically, last year it was Stu, Doug and Chris. Stu did send his regrets. He's ill tonight, but he did express interest to, be on the Audit and Finance Committee. If there's, see what other interest there is here tonight, but just wanted to let the board know. So Chris, are you interested?
Yeah, I think it's how they got your budgets figured out, because I don't want to give up now.
I love it.
I'll stay, I'll stay on.
Okay. And is there anyone else, or is everyone okay with Stu being the other committee member? Okay. So that's all the committee members, and Dana, we have that changed.
Yeah, all I did was I just put,
Read the motion.
into the school.
We're gonna do this a little different, since my voice is a little bit scratchy. I'm gonna ask Dana. That's for a little second. So Dana, can you read that resolution?
Sure. Mike was land acquisition, right?
Yes.
That the LPRCA Board of Directors approves the following appointments for 2024. Michael Columbus is Land Acquisition Chair, Doug Bratton and LPRCA Chair Designate Michael Columbus to the Lee Brown Marsh Management Committee. Is that okay for everybody? And Tom, Michelle, Dave Barris, Rainey Weisler, and the LPRCA Chair to the Bacchus Museum Committee. And Chris Van Passen, Doug Breton, Stuart Patterson to the LPRCA Chair, and LPRCA Chair, Vice Chair to the Audit and Finance Committee.
Do we have a move? Peter moves it, Michael seconds it. Any questions? All those in favor? And the motion is carried. And now we move to the next order of business, is that's the minutes of the previous meeting. We're gonna ask Dana to read the motion and say for 30 seconds.
President, the LPRCA Board of Directors meeting held December 6, 2023, be adopted as circulated.
Seconded by Doug. Are there any errors or omissions? Any business? All those in favor? Opposed, motion carried. And no business arising from the minutes, so we'll move on to the next lot of this. Various committee meetings, again, same story, Dan, could you just go through these and we'll do the same thing?
Sure, that the minutes of the Banff Museum Committee held November 29th, 2022 be adopted and circulated.
Over. Rainey and Shelley. Any questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Very, yeah, someone.
That the minutes of the Lee Brown Marsh Management Committee meeting held August 22nd, 2023 be adopted and circulated.
Moved by Rainey, seconded by Peter. Any questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Vote is carried. Next one.
That the minutes of the Baptist Museum Committee meeting held September 18th, 2023 be adopted and circulated.
Moved by Michael. By the seconder, Rainey. Are there any questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Just carried. Finally,
The draft audit and finance committee, that the minutes of the LPRCA audit and finance committee meeting held December 1st, 2023 be adopted and circulated.
moved by Chris, seconded by Tom. Any questions? All those in favor? Motion carried. Next, the correspondence, we have the item from the ministry. Do you want to just read it out?
Did you want Judy? Did you need to go through it or you did the
So this is correspondence and you'll see that we also have a report in the package related to the fees. We had received this on December 13th from the Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry, Brady Smith. And they are raising the fees for planning and regular, for the planning permits and, for another year. So we were a little bit premature in moving the fee schedule with the increase, so there's a report here to roll with that.
And we'll deal with the report.
We'll deal with the report and
So regarding the correspondence, to receive the correspondence, Dana, do you want to?
that the correspondence outlined in the Board of Directors agenda of January 3rd, 2024 be received as information.
Peter, seconded by Shelley. Any questions? Again, we will discuss the whole that we're in court now. All those in favor? Opposed, motion's carried. Okay, development applications, Leanne, you just want to introduce that for the regulation.
So through the chair on page 34 of your agenda package, LPRCA staff approved 15 applications for development from December for the directors meeting to right before Christmas holidays. The report summarizes the location and nature of the development that was approved. The map on page 40 of the agenda package provides visual where in the watershed that the approvals have been granted. This report has been provided for your information, and if you have any questions, I can answer.
Anyone with questions? On any of the applications? Yeah,
That the LPRCA Board of Directors receives the Section 28 regulations approved permits report dated January 3rd, 2024 as information.
the election is, Shelley, seconded by Rainey. Chance for questions. All those in favor? Opposed, motion's carried. Okay. In other words, I can't read, it's just terrible font. Let's move on to the new business section. Aaron was gonna talk about the 3-day notice.
Thank you, Robert. So following the 2024 budget meeting held on November 8th, staff circulated the draft budget to our member municipalities for the 30-day comment period. Staff requested municipalities to have feedback for the authority by December 14th last year. Staff needs to report that no comments were received. And now we're looking for direction from the board. This is the 30-day notice to a municipality for the holding of the budget vote and levy vote on the next meeting, February 7th this year. If there's any questions, I'm glad to take them.
Okay, anybody have any questions? Yeah.
That the Board of Directors receives the 30-day notice of budget and levy meeting vote as information. And that the LPRCA Board of Directors directs staff to send out 30-day notice of budget and levy meeting vote to be held February 7th, 2024.
Moved by. Ray, second by Peter. Any questions? Comments, all in favor? Opposed, carried. Next hearing, with regard to the audit services.
Thanks. So as the chair mentioned, this report is regarding the external audit services for the authority. Just a little bit of background. In 2018, an RFP was completed and the external audit services were awarded to KPMG for deployment for the fiscal periods of 2008 through 2012. In 2014, the board of directors appointed KPMG for another 5-year period. In 2019, the authority issued another RFP for external audit services. You can see the bids that were received at the bottom of page 43 for the RFP. Successful proposed MMP LLP of London, who are current auditors. Since this is the last year for 2023 for MMP under the current appointment, staff requested a quote from MMP for the fiscal years 2024 through 2028. Ashley Dodoni, audit partner with MMP, provided a quote that's on the bottom of page 44. Quote provided for external audit services for the 2024 through 2028 fiscal periods is very reasonable given the current environment we have looked for the industry. So a report was taken to the Finance and Audit and Finance Committee meeting held December 1st of 2023 for the audit services for this period. The committee requested staff prepare a report and bring it to the board for this meeting. If there's any questions from the board, I'd be glad to take it.
Anyone have any questions? Nate?
That the LPRCA Board of Directors appoints MNP LLP as the Long Park Region Conservation Authority's external auditor for the 2024-2028 fiscal periods.
No questions? All those in favor? Oh, sorry. There's one question moved. Second of that. Okay, with the correspondence, Judy, do you want to?
Actually, taking this one away.
Sure.
So on, as Judy mentioned, on December 13th of 2023, the Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry, by a minister's direction, has extended the freeze for all fees charged associated with planning, development, and permitting for all of 2024 for all 36 conservation authorities in Ontario. The letter has been provided earlier in correspondence, but also attached to the staff report as well. There is an extension, if everyone recalls, during the holiday period last year on December 28th of 2022, the minister issued a direction to freeze all the fees for 2023. So we were unable to increase them through all of 2023 and now all of 2024. So for 2024, our fees for planning and permitting will remain at the 2022 rate as per the minister's direction. At the most recent budget meeting, staff have proposed an increase of 5% to make up for the inability to raise it in 2023. But of course, we have now received this direction that we cannot. So they will stay at the 2022 rate. Aaron has done some analysis and although it will impact our revenues a little bit, and we shouldn't have an issue with, reaching our projected budget. We're planning to go. If there's any questions, we can answer them for you.
So, Mr. Chairman, through you, we'll need to, general manager, go to the report, and thank you for this. Has there been any correspondence with Conservation Ontario to go back to the ministry to see if they are willing to offset some of these costs from the ministry level? Because we do have an increase, we have tangible costs here, which we can't pass on to the user, the consumer. Would the ministry be able to discuss with us possible compensation this from the ministry level to not for all increases, words, no $2? Has there been correspondence to Conservation Ontario for that request?
No, I have not corresponded directly to Conservation Ontario, but I know that the general manager of Conservation Ontario did have a meeting with Minister Smith, and this was one of the subjects. And she was hoping to not have the freeze, but after the meeting, this direction did come up. So I'm not sure that they'd be doing that, but I can definitely ask. Send something to Conservation Ontario and see if there's something that they feel that they could lobby. But I know they definitely did try to have it reversed. Because like the Leanne said, it will be the second year.
Well, it wouldn't be a matter of mercy, I think, because I see they want to provide the service to the customer. I just wonder if there might be some funding there from the province to do them. And that might be something, made through or agencies. I just wonder if conservation authorities is aware of any other area that you can make up for this loss. This extent.
Is this kind of a clarification for me? You say the 255 is what you've estimated for 24, but the status quo is the same. We would lose 5% on it. Is that what we're looking at? I know you said that you plan on making it, but again, it's kind of falls from the previous amount of vacation. We'd be out $17,000-18,000. The same way of putting it.
Through the chair, on the 255,000 users. Would be 5%, 12,712. For 2023, at the end of Q3, we had $230,000 in 2021 full fiscal year of 286,000, and 2022 was 300,000. Expanded out a little bit to take in 2018, 2019, and then a low period in 2020. We've seen 2021 and 2022 be a lot higher post 2020, 2019. So this average is trending with the numbers. Didn't want to be too aggressive on it. That would be boards and between user fees and would be to do the minimum enforcement under the plan regulation. So we should be able to attain it. Realistically, we're going too strong in the budget. So yeah, right.
Well, the reason I asked that, I was looking at the building permits in Norfolk. They had a report on that in their budget actually. It's down considerably in that area. It's projected to be down through 23. So I'm just wondering how it might impact you. Thank you.
Any other comments?
The LPRCA Board of Directors receives a staff report regarding the minister direction for conservation authorities regarding fee changes as information.
Where am I? Ray moves it, seconded by Shelley. Any final questions, comments? All those in favor? Motion is carried. And no. Tender.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So we had issued a temporary tender, and it was open over the holidays and it closed yesterday. So that's why it's a walk-on. To make it a 2024 revenue, it needed to close in the year 2024. So we received 3 bids, and this is for the Abbott Townsend tract, which is close to Cortland. This was for there's 80 acres that would be harvested, and you can see the results of the tender. Ranged from 101,600 to 123,675. And staff's recommending accepting the high bid from Bamberg Sawmill. They have bid in the past. This is the first time they have been successful. They're awarded this tender. And staff, obviously we haven't worked with them, but forestry staff will be monitoring their activities and ensure there's compliance with the operating standards. They're from Wellesley, Ontario, just for the board's information.
Questions? Here.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just, wonder in the future if, when we provide the maps, if we might be able to bring a little larger scale view, so we get at least a couple of crossroads in the shot, so we can,
Let's zoom it down a bit.
well, yeah, expand it so we can, see where it is in relation to the nearest village or whatever. Just wonder if we might be able to get that.
Okay, can you read the resolution?
Sure. That the LPRCA Board of Directors accept the tender submitted by Bamberg Sawmill Limited for Mark Stanton Timber at the Abbott Townsend Tract, LP contract LP 354-24 for a total tender price of $123,675.
What's the move that? Doug? Seconded by Paul. Any final questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. And then takes us to the closed session. We can resolution to move into the closed session.
That the LPRCA Board of Directors is now enter into a closed session to discuss litigation or potential litigation, including matters reported in tribunals, example, local planning appeal tribunal affecting the authority.
Moved by Michael, seconded by Rainey. All in favor? All second. It's the rules. And that's me. February 7th, that's the budget vote.
Yes.
So everybody should be at that one. Is there anything else to come before the committee?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Rural Ontario Municipal Association, this is coming out from the 20th to the 23rd of October. Both of the ministers will be there, and I believe many of the people here will be attending. And I just want to remind people, I am the representative for the area through Roma, and if you have any questions, you can either forward them to me prior to that, or that day of, or the Sunday morning. There'll be an open session which you'll receive through your correspondence to speak to me that if you'd like something more. So I just want to bring that to the attention of people here. We look forward to seeing you there. That's it. Thank you.
Anything else? To the authority, Michael.
So with that, we'll be meeting with the Minister of Environment who preventing our board from raising fees 5%.
Not directly, no. That will be done through the Conservation Ontario office. Generally, most of the ministers will be there. I don't know how many ministers we have. But last time there was, I believe, all but 2 ministers showed up to that for delegations for various things from municipalities, and that's closed now. I mean, you can't get in to do that, but Norfolk has some issues. The old speaking ministers, that was all available to you to do. And it's also available to me at the good ones. But to answer your question directly on this particular issue, no, that's.
Thanks.
Else? Before I adjourn the meeting? Declaring it adjourned. Which I do right now.
Thank you. Well,